So this was the intro pic for when people would come in and see this. So now we can advance. So my name's Eric Power. I'm an animator and director. I work in a lot of different things, basically freelance. So I do music videos, short films, I've done some work for advertising agencies, and make my own films and kind of webisodes. And I've been doing this for about 10 years professionally. So it's my sole income. And I got my start working on Richard Linklater's Waking Life, if you guys have seen that. It was a rotoscoped film where they filmed the live actors and then we would draw over them with Wacom tablets. It's really interesting. I was 17 at the time, so I was doing kind of in-between work, but I got to work with all these amazing artists and it kind of inspired me to become an animator. And so from then until, I guess, 2005, I had kind of made a bunch of experimental short films, kind of thing. I was in college, so they were very weird and out there. And then in 2005, I decided to, woo, maybe the snow hit, I don't know. In 2005, I decided to make my first feature film. It was a documentary on live-action role players. And I incorporated a lot of animation in it because originally my intention as an animator was to be able to bring something new to live-action film, something that budget-wise I could afford, kind of a little extra flair to raise the production value instead of, hiring it out. Because when you're an independent filmmaker, it's kind of difficult to raise funds. So I did that. And then I started getting jobs in music videos, and that kind of took off in 2007, and I made a ton of them. To date, I'm actually releasing my 37th music video later this month, so it's been quite the thing. And then I started Eric Power Up, and I started doing kind of web episodes. It was around this time I became affiliated with thatguywiththeglasses.com, if you guys have seen that stuff on there. And so they hosted my videos for a while, and I'm going to go ahead and show some animation right now. So this is an example of the style that I've kind of become a little known for. It's cut paper animation, stop motion.
It.
I always thought that noise was so annoying.
Let's go! Mamma mia!
Thank you. So I obviously have a lot of fun. But yeah, that took me probably about a month to make. And so web videos for me wasn't something that I saw myself being able to release at a steady enough pace in order to maintain an audience, you know, since usually the internet is kind of a come and go, you know, kind of thing. And so I decided to be a little bit more ambitious, and I started making some short films of my own to kind of go do the film route, you know, film festivals and things like that. And so in 2010, I made a short film called Path of Blood, and I sent that off to festivals, and I got enough attention that I decided to write a feature screenplay, which is why you guys are here. So, yes, that's the short film. Are you guys interested in seeing the short version before the feature? Okay. So it's done kind of in that Mario style, pretty simple and kind of cute. For the feature, I kind of went all out and made it more serious, which you guys will see soon. But this was kind of a test. minutes. That's it. And so I decided to make a feature film version. And I love samurai films. I love the Zatoichi series, Yojimbo, Seven Samurai, all the films of Hideo Gosha. Are you guys familiar with Chambra films? Yeah? You guys have any favorites? Yojimbo? Samurai Spy, right on. Yeah. That's a crazy one, all the political intrigue. It's hard to follow it, but it's a good one. Yeah. I loved Ron. When I was a kid, that was one of the big films that kind of stood out for me. Just the bright colors, and it was very exciting. And it was Kurosawa that made me want to make films in the beginning, and I did. And Lone Wolf and Cub kind of inspired this, obviously. It's very violent. It's like the epitome of those great gory Chambra classics, the Lone Wolf and Cub series. I also really like the Mikogami trilogy. And of course, the manga, which is fantastic. And I'm really interested in history, so I decided to set the film during the early Edo period, right after the Tokugawa kind of seized control of the country. It's set in 1614, so about a year before the battle at Osaka Castle. But when making a historical film, you have to be a little careful because you don't want to alienate the audience too much. So I tried to keep the historical stuff in there, but at the same time, keep it accessible. Okay, so how did I make the film? I launched a Kickstarter, and I did not meet my goal, and so I did not get any of it. But enough people were interested that some private investors kind of came forward and gave me maybe about 2/3 of the budget, and the rest I came out of my own pocket. And so I had $20,000 and decided to just kind of go for it. And so I was used on, obviously, tons and tons of paper, which is actually not that cheap when you buy it in such quantities. And then art supplies, glue, X-Acto blades, and stuff like that. And I broke my camera lens maybe the first week of shooting, so I had to go out and buy one. But it was only like $400. And then, of course, you have to pay other people to help out. So I had some voice actors, but a lot of it was kind of friends of friends. And so, when you're doing stuff at this independent level, you got to kind of use what you got. And they were freaking amazing. The film's in Japanese with English subtitles. So I had a friend who translated the script for me into Japanese, and then I had her act as my voiceover director. And it worked out really well. It was pretty good. And her husband is a composer, so that also worked out. He made the music for the short film you just saw as well, but he nails it in the feature. And then the rest of the budget was kind of just to live off of, because, it's all nice to have a budget, but you have to kind of quit your other jobs and other freelance gigs. And so I was working on this full time from 2011 to November in 2012, and that's when the money ran out. And so I had to take on more freelance gigs. And basically what I would do is I would do an animation, and then it would kind of pay for the next month of work on the film. So I did this for quite a while. That one up there, I did some paper fatalities for machinima.com. They kind of commissioned that. And then these other things are music videos that I did. And also the love of a beautiful woman helped, because she kind of helped pay for a lot of the stuff that I couldn't. That's actually me proposing to her. I did an animated save the date for people. So okay, so the film was completed in October 2013, and then you've got to get it shown and kind of get it out there. So I submitted to film festivals, and if you're a filmmaker, is anyone here a filmmaker? Yeah? Then you know that you have to wait like freaking half a year or more, because especially nowadays, they seem to want the films. It's not mine. Is that anybody's? This. Okay, thank you. So yeah, they usually want the submissions like half a year ahead of time or more. And so I submitted all this stuff in October and November and December, And then I finally got the film seen the following October, so I had to wait a full year, which kind of hurts the independent filmmaker, I think. Looking for a different strategy. But it got shown, and I went to all these festivals, and it was really fun, and that's why you do it, really, because you get to go to the fun places and show the movie. And okay, so here we are right now, and basically as an independent filmmaker, you also have to think about budgeting for advertising and how you're going to promote the film, you know? And my budget's zero, but of course there's the internet, which is free. So I've been preparing marketing materials and stuff like that. And I've got some friends in the online community, specifically Vimeo.com, and they've been kind of fans for a while, so they're going to actually launch the film with me in February. That's next month, so it's pretty exciting. And then I still have to cut some trailers for the film for next week. So the next thing is, what's next after all this? If the film makes enough money, then I make another film, because you get kind of addicted to it when you're in my shoes. And if not, then freelance animation again. Make some more music videos. So, do you guys have any specific questions about the process? Yeah. Yeah, well, just being freelance for so long, I've learned to set a deadline and stick to it no matter what, because I don't get paid, if I don't finish the product. And I work from home, and it's easy to kind of want to lounge around or, take the time off, play some Ticket to Ride with the wife or something like that. And it's been a challenge, especially I'm a new dad. I've got an 11-month at home. And so she's walking. Oh, thank you. She's walking around. She's chaos incarnate. But so I'm balancing that out. I'll have my animation rig set up. I'll be shooting a scene, and then she'll be trying to climb like the cat tree or something like that. And so you have to stop what you're doing and make sure she's not going to kill herself, and then get back to work. It's a process. Okay, we're getting close to showing the film. I'm going to show you one of my promotional efforts, and this is something I wanted to do from the beginning of making the film. I love video games, and I always imagined the film as a video game, and so I thought to myself, what would it be like if it was? And I don't have the money to pay for that to happen, but I have paper. I can animate, so I animated this trailer for a fake game of the movie. And you'll recognize scenes from the film when you see it. There we go.
家族ただの浪人だ。矢の上がりやええな。喋れねえのか。よし。面倒くせえな。あれ。いいな。
And my composer actually did that song. He's a really talented guy. I love it. So I'm going to show the film now, since it is midnight screening time. Any last questions before I do that? Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah, yeah. And it's something that I've thought about a lot because storyboarding's nice. You have it all laid out. You have the plan, the master plan. You can show people. But yeah, as an independent, I feel like it's almost a waste of time if it's already in your head, you know. So a lot of my projects, I just do it from my head. I might draw some stick figure-y storyboards. I did find storyboarding particularly useful with my film, though, especially for fight scenes, because you're thinking about all the camera angles. It's impossible to keep all that in your head at once. But I haven't worked with a crew, and I know that I'm going to have to learn to storyboard for, if I do end up making films with other people. And I'm sure it's a very useful thing. For right now, it would just take me too long, I think. Do you use storyboard? You said you do. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, if you can get someone else to storyboard for you, then why not? But I don't know. I think it would be useful. Yeah, it would just take a lot of time. I don't know. Time I don't have. Also, the one thing about storyboarding is sometimes while you're animating, you might be particularly inspired to add something in last minute or just kind of change things around. I actually find that happens a lot with me. I'll be at my animation table and then I'll think, oh, this would be much cooler. And I'll just improvise, grab some paper, and rework the entire thing sometimes. And I kind of like working that way. Keeps things fluid. Maybe I'm trained because I do a lot of music videos, and for that, it's very free-flowing. You don't have to worry about a script or sound effects or stuff like that. You just have a blank canvas pretty much. And so... Yeah, working with other people, I think it's necessary. Yeah. Cool. Thank you. Yeah. Oh, thank you. Uh-huh. How do I not stay or get frustrated? Like traditional hand-drawn stuff? Do you have a lot of patience? Yeah, I used to do a lot of hand-drawn stuff when I was doing kind of like my early short work, but cut paper is really cool because you have your character and then you got all your joints. You can move it around. I think it's a little easier, but I get into like a zen kind of mood as I'm animating. I find it very relaxing. So I figure a lot of animators get that when you're kind of in the zone, so to speak, and time just kind of zooms by. So I love all the process of animation. I rarely get frustrated. I just kind of get into it pretty heavy. So if you got to just feel it. I don't know if that's good advice. Yeah. Oh yeah, if it starts hurting. Yeah, sometimes my back would start killing me. You're hunched over a table and you got these bright lights just beaming on you. It can be pretty crazy. But I don't know. I walk the dog or something like that and stretch and shake my hands. Yeah. 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 There's different styles of animation. With this, I can move my characters like these robots. They have movable joints in their arms, and I can tilt it, take a picture, tilt it, take a picture. And then there's replacement animation, which sometimes becomes necessary, where you have to like have different heads. If I wanted the heads on there to rotate, you'd have to cut out each head for the different step of the process, and that's some tedious work, especially with paper. because each head would probably take me about 30 to 40 minutes to make. So if I want those heads to rotate, that's at least a day or two of work. Okay. Yeah, I think with Path of Blood, at least, I think part of it was more story driven. I had a lot of beats I wanted to get through, but it's a pretty simple story, at least mine is, and I've got a lot of historical background in it that made it a lot easier for me to fit the pieces together. But I'm writing a new film, and it was a big learning process, Path of Blood, and it ended up being 62 minutes. The new film, I want it to be longer, like an hour and 20, and it's difficult to figure that out sometimes. I think there's a basic rule, like it's a minute a page when you're writing a screenplay. That's a good idea. So the next film's going to be a silent film, so the rules don't apply. But I don't know. I don't know. It's hard. It's hard to write a story. Sit down and write one, Not sure. Is there anything else? I'll have to talk to you after the thing. All right, you guys ready to watch samurai kill each other? Okay, let's do it. Is there a way to dim the lights, So this is the last screening before it kind of goes live. It's pretty exciting. Sit with you guys.
完全にお前の負けだ。
てめえ殺してやる。金返しやがれイカサマ野郎。
めんどくせえな。
死ね。
腹減ったな。 奥さん食くれ。
はい。
おいガキ、こっち来い。二人分くれよ。
はい。
で、なんでついてきたんだ。俺のお金も狙ってるんだろ
そうじゃなくてさ、侍さん強いね。
う。なんて名前だ。
和夫。
和夫というか変な名前だな。お前在郷者の息子だろう。親はお前の手伝いが必要じゃないのか。
田舎の生活嫌だよ。僕、お相撲さんのようになりたいんだ。
はっはっはっは。侍か。もう世の中に十分あるんだろう。俺はもう侍にもどれねえよ。
お願い、僕に教えてください。
それじゃあ長い棒を持ってこい。ちょっと教えてやる。さあ逃げるか。
お前が言う通り、そんなに腕が立つんやったら近くに金が儲かる場所があるんや。はっはっはっはっは。どこだ。ここから半里先の分かれ道で左の方へまっすぐ行くと古びた町があるんや。そこで誰かに尋ねたら詳しいことが分かるはずや。まあ正直に言えばただの噂やけど、わしは修行中で京都へ向かってるんや。
俺みたいな男になりたいなら飲めよ。
ああ、親子かい。男になるってどんなことか教えてるんだな。
そういうわけじゃねえ。こいつ犬みたいにわしの後についてくるんだ。
そうか、俺が酒の飲み方を教えてやろうか。俺は虎之助だ。親父、酒2本くれよ。
親父、この辺りに侍が。 いい金儲けになる場所があると聞いたが、知ってるかい？
知ってますよ。でもそこまでの道はとっても危険ですよ。やめて帰った方がいいでしょう。死んじゃったらお金は使えませんからな。
何がそんなに危険なんだ？
はっはっはっは。話しましょうか。昔立派な大軍を持つ大八大名がいました。その軍は戦の場での残酷さで国中での恐られていました。その中の一番恐ろしい侍はお城治という大将でした。お城と戦って負けると首を切られるのは確かだという話です。負け知らずの大八大名でしたが、ある時戦の最中、信頼していた仲間に裏切られてしまいました。大八氏の軍は戦の場でほとんど殺されてしまいました。負けた大八大名は切腹を命じられました。それを聞いた大城は復讐誓いました。それから49日後、お城は家来と共に野中に裏切り者の屋敷を打ち入ってみんな殺してしまいました。そして次の日、裏切り者の首が大八大名のお墓の前で見つかりました。
ああ、その話は聞いたことあるよ。でも皆墓の前で切腹したって言うじゃねえか。
そう信じてる人もいますが、お城は普通の人間と違いますよ。鬼は簡単に死ねないでしょう。
面白い話だけど、金と何の関係があるんだ？
町の外れの険しい山道の奥にお城の屋敷があります。そこまでたどり着いた者はお城の軍に入り、いい生活しているという噂ですよ。しかし、どんなに強靭で腕のある男でも山道に入るのはうちを危険にさらしますよ。お城の町を探しに行く者は誰も戻ってきません。
じゃあこんな国旗は二度と来ないんだろう。
そう、俺も挑戦してみよう。
ヘイヤはあるかい？
酒も3本くれ。
待って、お願い連れて行ってくださいよ。
夕べの話全然覚えてねえのか。お前殺されちまうよ。帰れ。
嫌だ。
じゃあ手をよこせ。少なくとも刀を持ってるはずだ。そんなに痛いか。しばらく刀を持ってないがすぐ治るよ。ほら。侍になりたいなんてバカか。およぼれの親父は本当のことを喋ってたんだろうか。じゃあ左へ。山を登りゃいいな。 まさか階段があったとは。取らせてもらえねえのかな。じゃあちょっと待ってくれ。お城の番人だろ。なんだよ、喋れねえのか。よし。ああ、いい場所だ。 ああ、いい嫁だった。ああ、夕べの酒は言ったんだな。入りな。どうせわしもここが初めてさ。
ありがとうございます。
結構急いでたようだけど、何かあったのかい？
いや、ただ雨のせいですよ。
うん、大雨が降ってるな。人を切ったのは初めてなのかな？
それはどういうことですか？
お前の手が増えてるからな。
初めてじゃないですよ。
うん、でも江戸の罪人を試し切りするとまるで違うんだろ
どうして私が江戸の人間だとわかるんですか？
う。俺は江戸に行ったことがあるんだ。お前べったってるからな。話したくないか？じゃあ何も答えなくてもいい。
ありがとうございます。若久はじめと申します。
和夫だ。よろしく。
和夫さんですか。面白い名前ですね。
まあまずいことになったな。
はい。申し訳ありません。
いいよ。俺も人を聞いた後には腹がよく減るよ。それじゃあ同じところに向かってるから一緒に旅をした方がいいんじゃない？刀は1本よりも2本の方が安心だろう。待て。どうかな？
それは危な。
うわ、痛そうだな。はっはっは。それは忍びの罠だ。必ず毒がある。刺さらないようにな。刀の先で切るんだ。こんな時虎之助の槍を持ってりゃいいな。
勘弁。俺はこっちの方へ行く。
ああ、よろしく。おい。いい待ち伏せ場所だ。どこからでも来い。殺してやる。
忍者が気になるな。最後に見たのは10年前ぐらいだぜ。ここに来なきゃよかったんじゃねえのか。影流って聞いたことあるかい？これはあいつらの仕業みたいだ。昔々お上の命令で極秘の使命を帯びていた忍者一門があった。失敗のない完璧な一門だった。噂ばかりであいつらが本当に存在してるかどうかも誰も分からなくてさ。奴らの目的は暗殺だった。どこにいても安心はできないな。船に乗ってても海に注意しないといけない。森を歩いてても上からやってきてやられちまう。城の中は安全だと思っても影流にとってはただの遊びだよ。奴らは結局捕まったらしいが、追い詰められた数少ない忍者は殺されたり自害したと聞いた。
近頃昔話ばっかりだな。今悪霊が現れても驚きもしないぜ。 懐かしいな。
ようこそ、お疲れ様でした。旅館も少し先の右側です。温泉もございます。左へお進みくださいませ。
まあいいところだな。安心しろ。
まだ安心できねえよ。
私は旅館に向かいますから、後ほどお会いしましょう。
じゃあ温泉はどうだい？
ああ、温泉は戦よりずっといいよね。
あの若久ってやつ結構真面目じゃねえか。
奴は何か隠してるんだ。きっと女関係の事情があってここに来たんじゃねえか。ここにまっともな侍はいねえんだよ。
じゃあお前は何しに来た？
ただの好奇心で来たんだよ。ここの話を聞けば聞くほど知りたくなったのさ。でも来たらすぐ気づいた。ここは妙な気配があるな。
俺にとって別にどうでもいいんだけど、金がもらえるなら戦うよ。でもお前は違うだろ。金がなくても力を試してみる機会を逃すような男には見えないんだな。
刀は侍の魂というがよくわからない。
今そんな話をすると、まずは酒を飲んだらいいな。
面白くねえな。街の様子をちょっくら見てくる。
戦が始まりそうな街だな。
じゃあ話は？
たった今侍たちが着いたばかりです。
いいね。そろそろ終わりに近づいてるな。みんなを集めよう。挨拶の時間だ。
なんだよ。
ようこそ。俺がお城治だ。ここまでやってこれたのはお前たちの実力の証だ。逃げ出せなかったのは武士道を守っているいうことだ。戦が終わってから幕府のせいで侍は小じみたいな生活してるんだ。でもこの平和は幻に過ぎないよ。信じるのは愚かだ。幕府は腐敗してる。武士道精神の意味がわからなくなっちまったよ。侍は戦を始めることで地が騒ぐんだ。俺と一緒に討伐しないか。お前たちは地の道を進んでいる。ここに臆病者の場所はない。金も確かに儲かるが、ここにいると将軍の敵になる。江戸の暗殺者に確かに追われる。あいつらはもういるんだろう。もし俺を殺す気があればやってみるのは今しかない。ここに残って腕前を使わないなら浪人の生活に戻っていいぜ。明日お前の持ち場が命じられる。今夜は街を楽しむなりお前の好きにしろ。しかし城までの道を歩くな。死を招くことになるぞ。
あいつバカなことをするつもりだ。話しに行く。
役目を得た侍はそう簡単に揺るがないんだよ。
一人で行かせるわけにはいけない。 ここはのんびり散歩するところじゃねえよ。
和夫さんがついてくるべきではないんです。私が一人でやることなんです。
いい心意気だ。しかしお前の命は一つしかないぜ。
誤解ですよ。戦に行くんじゃなくて情報を探しに行くだけですよ。
それなら俺も手伝おう。ただ注意しような。
よろしくお願いします。
気にするな。急ごう。ここの迷路は500人の男が入っても一人さえも簡単に出られないんだ。まだ終わってないのか。
終わりました。
忍者だ。はじめ。
お城様と謁見を許可します。準備ができたらおいでください。
大きく。ありがとうございます。ダメだ、和夫さん。なんだか辺りが暗くなってきちゃった。お願い。これを江戸へ持って行って。
江戸へ？はじめ。これぐらいできるよ。責任重大だな。もしこれを落として届けなかったらはじめが幽霊になって出てきそうだな。まあ心配することじゃねえんだろう。
お前の相手と違ってお前を密偵に見えないな。浪人、よくここまで来たな。感心するよ。これからどうするつもりだ？
まずはあいつを切る。そしてこの統治を出る。ここはもう飽きたんだよ。
決闘すればいいよ。でも仲間から預かったものを持って帰るな。
これをよく聞け。俺は簡単に諦めないぞ。
僕もだ、浪人。オロチ。今お前は俺の仲間殺した。これで同等だな。でもさっき言ったように仲間から預かったものを使って軍隊と共に戻ってこさせない。
じゃあここで終わりにしよう。おさむ。
まさか俺一人と戦うと思ったのか？
ああ、階段があってよかったね。
お前はいい仲間になれたのにな。
そうと思わない。俺は命令に従うような男じゃねえ。
ああ、お前確かに近頃の人間だな。しかし俺にとって武士が戦場で死ぬことは名誉だ。
望みに応えてやるよ。
お八家家臣お城治。
家蔵、ただの浪人だ。
すごい。お前のようなものに会うのは随分と待ってたよ。
おっ
これでおしまいだ。次は誰と勝負しようか。将軍が来るまで待つべきか。しょうがないな。待てば待つほど俺は強くなるよ。さあ終わりにしようぜ。バレだ。やっぱりここも戦場だな。ローニー殺せ。
金儲けにならないな。
次はどこに行けばいいんだ？
Hey, thanks for watching, guys.